Hi, my name is Pilar Kesser, and I have the honor of introducing the incredible Nayla Nassif. Within the St. Mary's community, Nayla is well known for her small stature, her obsession with cats, and above all, her love of theater. Having performed in every high school play at St. Mary's, it's safe to say that Nayla is a great actress. In fact, I will never forget her hilarious performance as Bernice in the murder comedy musical of 1940. Having seen her on stage numerous times, I knew I wanted to get to know Nayla better. She may not remember this, but it was around this time last year that I asked her to go see a movie and get dinner with me. It was the first time we hung out outside of school, and after a great night of meaningful conversation and laughs, I was happy to have discovered a side of Nayla that I never got to see in the hallways or on stage. You see, Nayla has a great sense of humor and one of the biggest hearts I know. I can honestly say that she's a genuine person, and I'm so proud to call her a good friend of mine. So without further ado, I give you the beautiful and strong Nayla Nassif.
I am guilty of avoidance, of avoiding things that make me nervous or uncomfortable, of avoiding auditions because I'm afraid that one day when I walk into an audition, I'll choke on all of that fear and anxiety and suffocate. In 6th grade, I had my first panic attack. I was far away from home, I had no clue what was happening, and I was scared. I was visiting my uncle in San Diego with my cousins and grandmother. It was a warm, sunny afternoon, and we were headed to get ice cream after spending the afternoon at the tide pools when it started. My uncle carried me into the ER where they ran a bunch of tests. They didn't really have a good answer for what happened, other than that I was hyperventilating. After that, I didn't want to do anything. I barely ate and I couldn't sleep. I just wanted to stay in bed at my house, away from people and any noise. It was hard going back to school, but eventually I got used to it and learned to cope with my anxiety. I think not knowing why it happened scared me the most. I spent a long time wondering what caused it and why it happened before I summoned the courage to do some research. I learned that there is often no reason why someone has a panic attack, and they seem to happen out of the blue. This brought both relief and dismay. I had spent so long avoiding situations that made me anxious because I thought I was protecting myself. Maybe I was. Then I started worrying that anything could trigger an episode, which was even scarier. I have found ways to calm myself down and relax, and places that make me feel safe. I'm not as quiet and meek as I used to be. I think theater saved me. Despite being terrified of auditioning, I still managed to force myself into the room to sing a song and perform a monologue while attempting to appear calm. Being on stage is completely different from auditioning. There's less judgment, and I'm able to fully immerse myself into the character. I love being able to pretend to be someone else and have that person's problems. Once I get onto stage, the lights blind my eyes, and the audience melts into the darkness, and I am carried away with the show. Last year, I got to play Bernice Roth in the high school play, and when I walked onto stage, everyone cheered. Then I knew I was doing it right. I immediately felt calmer and more confident as I played her. I think theater helped me break out of my shell and forced me to face my anxiety head on. I was probably one of those kids Miss Madden would say, really needs it. And I did. Don't get me wrong, I still get super nervous and anxious, but I find a certain solace in acting and singing on stage. I've learned to power through tough situations and that it is always important to allow yourself some time to relax. I will no longer let my anxiety hold me back. Everyone has challenges she faces and her own struggles, and they can be paralyzing at times, but I urge you never to let those struggles keep you from doing what you love, taking risks, and reaching your potential. Thank you.